This is a pathway that I recommend taking to anyone who is vigorous in trusting their own direct experience. This isn't for the uninitiated. This isn't something that is going to that I'm just going to say to some man walking around the street, right? This is something that is not for the uninitiated. This is someone who is absolutely steadfast in understanding themselves and the desiring to understand themselves and the desire for truth, and who is vigorously focused on putting themselves as the leading authority on their experience, because only that one will be able to accept the implications of realizing that they actually exist and what that actually means. The reason that we are all suffering is because we believe that we are temporary. We believe that we are limited and contained inside the body, and therefore we share the limitations of that body, which means the body will die, therefore we will die. But one thing that is overlooked, completely overlooked, is the fact that in the belief that we are limited to a body, we superimpose that we do not exist. We create a fundamental belief that what we essentially are doesn't fundamentally exist. And in order to fully understand what I mean, the first thing to see is what I mean by existence. Existence is, it cannot not exist. And we know existence is purely because we know there is existence. And we don't even need to know what that existence is. This is the beauty of this understanding. We don't need to know what it is. We just need to know that it is. And the fact that we know that it is means existence cannot fundamentally not exist. So something that exists is also true, and it is also real. So if something truly exists, it is real in the sense that it is absolutely real, which means that it is true from all points of view, not just my point of view, not just the cat's point of view, true from every possible point of view that could be had or not had. It's also true even if there was no point of view of it, you see? It is ultimately true, ultimately real, therefore it ultimately exists. And by nature of the fact there is existence, we can conclude that something, whatever that thing may be, does exist. And if that thing does exist, which it does because it's self-evident, that means that it is also true and also real. So something that is also true and real means there is a reality. We are experiencing a reality, even if that reality is appearing as an illusion. So the reality, if there is that reality, which we know that there is, even if we can't perceive it with clarity, we know that we are experiencing it, because a reality, something that is true, real, and that exists, must take place in all experience. It can't, if it doesn't take place in a certain experience, it cannot be reality. So therefore it must be contained as a part of another greater reality, but that would be the reality that we're talking of, and that would be inherent in all experience. So the simple fact that there is existence is the byproduct of the knowledge that we exist. And the byproduct of the knowledge that we exist tells us that there is existence, and therefore we are experiencing that existence, and therefore experiencing reality and truth. Even if we don't know what that truth or reality is, it is inherent in experience. Just like the toddler doesn't know he's living in his family home when he's a toddler, even though he is experiencing his family home. You see? In the same likeness, we exist, we are experiencing reality, even if we do not know what that reality is. And we don't even need to know that right now. The main thing to see here is that suffering takes place when we believe existence cannot exist. Something that is illusory cannot perceive a reality. So if we were illusory, we would know if we could not perceive a reality, but we do, which means that reality is inherent in all experience, which means we are perceiving reality, therefore we cannot ourselves be something that is untrue, unreal, or non-existent. If we are therefore, as a result of knowing that, by clear evidence, something that is real, true, and that exists, we cannot, it's either absolute infinity and we're the substance of the creation, or we are absolutely non-existent and we couldn't even comprehend the question. There's no middle ground. You can't have a middle ground like, oh, I partially exist and partially no. You're either one or the other. And it's self-evident that we exist and we are real. The suffering of earth comes in when we believe that the awareness of our experience is finite, is limited to the body, because awareness does exist. And we can see that awareness does exist because we know we exist. We know that simple fact, we exist. We do. And if we exist, we have to accept the fact that we are real, and therefore we are true. We are true from all points of view. Now, the we that we are referring to is obviously not the body and the mind. We are referring to existence itself. No matter who or what could be experiencing their own existence, it would be true for them that they exist. So it is not just true for me, it's true for anyone who could understand the question. Now, the question is that existence real? Well, all we need to do is ask ourselves a very simple question. Am I real? And do I exist? If you are real and you do exist, and you can clarify that in your direct experience, then you can bet your ass that you are also true, because that which exists cannot not be real, and that which is real cannot not be true. So if something fundamentally exists, it is fundamentally real, therefore it is fundamentally true. So you only need to find one of those qualities of yourself. Either you are true, real, or you exist. If you are one of those three, you are all of those three. You see, they come as a triad, they come as a package. So we can see that the most direct inquiry we can take is, do I exist? It's not who am I or what am I? It's, do I exist? That's the primary inquiry, because in knowing that we exist, we have to then accept the implications of what that means. The implications are as follows. We are real, which means we are a reality, which means we are a fundamental aspect of existence, which cannot be taken away from existence, which actually would be existence itself. And we are the highest truth, because we are something that cannot be taken away from existence, and therefore something that is inherent in all existence that could be possible. Even if there was no experience, we, whatever we are, that which exists, would still be real, it would still be true, and it would still be present, even if the presence of experience wasn't present. So the implications of this are huge. It means that we are infinite. It means that what we essentially are cannot be limited. And needless to say, the most important part of this understanding, namely that we do exist and are real and are true, therefore we cannot be anything other than infinite, is that we cannot die. What we are, not the body and the mind. The body and the mind don't exist. What we are is pure existence itself, the fact of perceiving reality, which is pure awareness. That is infinite. That means that what we are is completely free from all experience. This understanding is the transcendent understanding that we are prior to experience. Whatever we are stands outside the parameters of time and space, which means that we are completely free from the experience of time and space, which means unconditional happiness, fearlessness, complete courage to just live the life that we want to live. There's no higher freedom than that. To exist is to be real. To be real is to have or be the ultimate reality. And we can know that by asking ourselves the question. It's something that you have to trust in yourself to know the answer. If you know the answer, there's nothing holding you back from knowing the truth, because you just answer yourself with the truth. If you're succumbed to other people's opinions and other people's teachings and other people's this and that, whatever it might be, then you have limited yourself and you're still not ready to understand what I'm saying. Because if you do put yourself as the leading authority on your experience, and you simply ask yourself the question, do I exist and am I real? You will have the answer to the ultimate reality that you are. And you will be 100% convicted that you are infinite, because there's no other possibility. So if you guys enjoyed this video, I will leave a video to a private video, which is a private call, which can only be accessed through this video, which is a call from my premium group. This is the type of stuff we explore there. You'll get to see the meditation of exactly the exploration we did in this video, and then you get to watch the Q&A after. And if it's something that you enjoy, I do a lifetime discount on it right now, just to say thanks for anyone who's watching this far in the video. I just wanted to give you that opportunity because I feel like you might be interested in it. So yeah, have an amazing day, guys. Take care. Bye.